5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up, Gear Squad? Chaingear here, bringing you another video.
Another one.
Today we are back with a beautiful first GearCast ever of 2017.
Yay!
This is a big deal. This is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
This is live for those who hopefully come on board. Don't know 100% who's going to be here, but this is going to be pretty fun because things are about to change. The way that we're doing GearCast is going to be really, really different. Basically, we're focusing on a couple different things. The number one thing is time. So the way that we're doing GearCast, the structure for 2017, myself and Peaches, every single Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing what should be, so far, we'll change it if we need to, but 45-minute GearCast. The first 15 minutes, we're just gonna kind of hang out, chat, talk to you guys in the chat, talk about what we've been playing, what's been going on. We'll talk about the schedule, kind of what's coming up, what we're doing, and it should be a pretty fun time. It should be good. So right now, we're gonna kind of just talk to you guys a little bit about what's coming up on the channel.
Yes.
Well, at least for this video. 3 major things. One, we're going to talk about our kind of a retrospective look on 2016. How we've been gaming. How
just the games.
Yeah, the game. Yeah. 2016 has been kind of crazy, especially actually not just in the US, in the UK, all over the world. It's been pretty crazy looking back on 2016. But taking a look at just the gaming scene, a lot has changed, at least for myself. And we'll hear about Peaches as well. We'll hear kind of how things are going, and kind of talk about how the channel's changed a little bit, mostly just gaming in general. And then we're going to talk about some reviews, 2 reviews. One is going to be a review on Doom, which you played and beat recently.
Yes.
And then the other one is going to be a review on Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, which I just recently beat. And we'll dive deep into those games, talk a whole bunch about them. But Peaches, tell me, what have you been playing recently?
I've been playing Titanfall 2. I've been trying to platinum aforementioned Titanfall 2, and I'm trying to platinum Doom. Both are just extremely collectibles based, and then they both have a mode where, well, actually, Doom has a mode where beat the first level on the hardest difficulty, where if you die, you have to start all over. And it's called
hardcore.
It's called a toe into madness. And I'm like, that's going to be the most difficult trophy out of all of these, definitely. And Titanfall 2, I just have to be on Masters, get all the stuff, and do a couple situational stuff in the campaign, and then I'll be golden. But so it's mainly been that. I've been playing a lot more Battlefront because some people in the SET got it.
Battlefront 1?
Battlefront 1. Battlefront.
Battlefield, oh yeah, Battlefield 1, Battlefront, the reimagineering.
I am so confused. That's what just happened. So yeah, Battlefront, because the season pass in the game were like super cheap, like all of winter break. So been on that.
Yeah,
star.
I know a lot of you guys, students, probably just got started on, or got off that winter break. Some of you might still be on it, but you're still on it.
Yeah, for another like month.
A lot of college students are definitely still on that winter break, but a lot of you guys who are in like middle school, high school, or whatever, probably going back to school now. I'd love to know if any of you guys have gotten any like deals. There were a ridiculous amount of sales.
Oh, yeah.
Like a crazy amount of sales that happened this winter break. I can't think of. I bought a whole bunch of games.
You did?
Yeah, the week. Like it was every week. They had like the holiday special sale where every single week they talked about something new. And for let's see, I think like I don't know which weeks, but I got a lot of games. I got Shanti, which is like a side scroller. I bought Just Cause 3, Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, the new one. So a lot of new things, which you guys will probably see
like
on the channel.
$10, $11.
Yeah, all of it was really, really inexpensive. So I was pretty excited about that. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of let's see. I played a little bit of Overwatch recently. I played a little bit of Titanfall. Most recently, which we'll probably stream soon, we just played the new survival mode.
I keep thinking about it. Like I've been thinking about it all morning.
Dude, the new survival mode of Uncharted 4. which was awesome.
It's pretty great.
I loved it.
It's pretty great.
It was so much fun.
And really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah, it's cool. It's one of those games where like you play. We played it like on normal in the very beginning. We got through like 2 or 3 rounds, and then we just got stomped.
Yeah.
We had somebody leave our game as well. It's like a 3-person survival mode, I think. Maybe you can have 4.
It looks like the max is 3.
But we at least had 3. We were randomly playing, and some person randomly hopped in. But it was a ton of fun. I loved it. Otherwise, I've been playing Mankind Divided, Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
You beat me.
Which I beat, which I can't wait to talk about on the channel. And then, that's basically, I played a couple of small indie games as well, Shanti,
Right.
which I can show you guys if you're interested. I played a little bit I played the demo for a game that we'll talk about one day on this channel.
Right.
Hype Train video. And then, I don't know. No Time to Explain.
Oh, you're playing a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah, no, another indie game, a lot of fun. Yeah, just a couple like small indie games, which has been pretty cool.
Played the Gravity Rush 2 demo.
I
tried to
You've been playing Gravity Rush in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A crap ton of Gravity Rush. I meant to say that. I'm trying to give my Vita a little bit more love in 2017, just because I love the Vita so much. I'll be in the studio a crap ton this semester, according to my schedule. So I'm going to have my Vita next to me. So when I need a break, there's no time to go back home. Just pick up the game. Let's get to it. So I played Gravity Rush 2 demo, and I tried to play This War of Mine, the little ones. And it was so depressing. And I was like, nope. After 20 minutes, I was like, no, not right now. Not right now. I need to play and like be happy right now. This is just miserable. Titan Souls is really good.
Yeah, I swear we got that for free before. Obviously not, but I have, because I've had it for a long time. Did you?
It was like $5 like a lot of times.
Yeah, I might have just.
I beat 3 of them. I am having trouble with this. Like, it's a brain. It's an ice cube, and you have to melt it in order to hit it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the game is very Dark Soulsy, obviously, or just boss rush. I don't know if I want to call it Dark Souls, but it's very like, boss rush style game. But Titan Souls is fun. I played it and then I just stopped playing it because I didn't really have. It's fun, and then like at some point it's kind of like, what am I doing in this game? Because there's a lot of exploration, but the exploration doesn't really do much of anything. So it's kind of just like, I don't know. And it's like it's also more, I think it's more like Shadow of the Colossus. The Shadow of the Colossus, you're going against like big bosses and things like that. But just for people who showed up, Drugan, welcome.
Good evening,
and
Drugan.
Of course, LPS.
Hello.
Drugan, I'm glad that you're here. I want to talk to you about the changes coming up for Chaingear Gaming's premier podcast, GearCast. Yeah, GearCast is changing up quite a bit. The first 15 minutes.
Chaingear, right?
Chaingear. Yeah, I'll take it. The first.
Bruh, it's 4 a.m.
Oh wow, yeah, man.
Good morning, Drugan.
Ooh, yeah. Thanks for joining us. It's you and LPS right now, so hopefully people will watch us afterwards. But the first 15 minutes of our new 45-minute GearCast is just us kind of chatting, letting you guys kind of come in, talking to you guys a little bit, and then the last 30 minutes, which is going to be the main part of the show, we're going to go through 3 major topics. And today we're going to talk about kind of a retrospective look at 2016. So that'll be fun. Talking just about gaming, how things went, and then we're also going to go ahead and talk about 2 reviews. We're going to review Doom 2016 for the PlayStation 4, and then we're going to review almost said Human Revolution. Careful. Mankind Divided.
Humans Divided.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which you have been playing, Drugan. So I'm excited to review that. I played that on the PlayStation 4 Pro, so I'll be able to talk a little bit about kind of how things are going there. But I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to talk about these things. We're already 10 minutes in. We're about to get to 10 minutes in. And then we might spend another 5 minutes chatting. Otherwise, we might just jump right into it, just in case we don't, that way we don't go over anything like that. This is our first time.
We're trying so hard
with this change. There'll also be a vlog going up, I believe, on Monday. It might go up tomorrow, but probably Monday. And it'll talk more about the channel overall for 2017, like what's coming, how things are going to look for GearCast, how things are going to look for the vlogs, for streaming, and kind of my new view on the channel overall. So I'm pretty excited to chat about this. So
excited too.
Yeah. I don't know, what else should we talk about? This is like I think we were gonna mention before games that are coming out. We could do that. I could pull up releases.com.
I really think anything is coming out next week, or the week after.
Let me jump in here.
It's gonna be Crizzle and the Hizzle.
Let's see, guys. This is how I do this.
4 a.m. I don't know. Did you get the notification, Drugan? They were just like, all right, dude, going to get out.
Drugan's always.
And the guy watched GearCast.
Drugan's so racist. You're racist against Australians. All right, let's see. What's today? Today is the 7th.
7th.
So next week, this upcoming week, games that are coming out.
Week of the 14th.
Yeah, nothing. No. Next week. So the week of the 14th this week. Then you mean this week?
Yeah.
Still nothing coming out.
Coming out. But all the big ones are coming out next the week after that.
Yeah, we can talk. I mean, we can. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything. And yeah, nothing came out. I mean, maybe hold on. These are my games. So maybe games actually are coming out. And I'm just not paying attention.
How can you forget about Hatsune Miku Project Diva Future?
Yes.
Tone.
Nope, don't care. Silvio, don't know what that is. A lot of these random games I've never even heard of. That's it. There's 2 games coming out. There's 2 games coming out for PS4. And let's see the PC games. You know, there's gonna be a ton of PC games. Come on. Yeah, here we go. This is where
Milkmaid of the Milky Way.
Yep, there's a game called Milkmaid of the Milky Way. Drugan, you gonna get Milkmaid of the Milky Way? Let us know. Let us know in the comment section. I think they're talking about your makeup.
Thank you so much.
Or maybe. I mean, kind of. Yeah, Drugan is. Drugan's talking about Basic Foundation. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I say we jump into it.
I say too.
I say we start. We have
a whole year to talk about aside from the games.
That's true. We have a giant timer up on the right-hand side of the screen. So my screen right now, it's ultra wide. I've got a nice huge. I've got the timer up right now on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, I've got my notes here. So I'm actually hiding you guys away right now, so we can just dive right in to the 2016 gaming retrospect, is what I call it. And we're going to start off by talking about my year in gaming for 2016.
It's been a crazy one for you.
It has been a crizzle year. For 2016. I dove deep into the channel, which is awesome. And I'll talk about the retrospect of Chaingear Gaming at some point. But as the majority of people know, as Chaingear, you know, I played a ton of Blacklight Retribution. Like a ridiculous amount of Blacklight Retribution. And looking back, even on kind of 2015, since we've never kind of done this before, I used to be a gamer. Peaches knows as well. I was the kind of gamer I was, you know, I buy games, play them, platinum, you know, play with some friends. Maybe they'd help me get some trophies. Maybe play online with them a little bit. But it wasn't until I hit. It wasn't really until I started playing a lot of Last of Us that I started playing online. But 2016, different year. You know, I had just moved to Chicago, and I basically full time was playing. You know, I'd go to school. I mean, not school. I'd go to work, and then after work, I would just jump right into Blacklight Retribution, just every single day. Every day I had trainings. I ran trainings for my clan, the Catstash clan. Shout out. And it was awesome. I mean, I had never been so competitive in a game. I played not competitively, but I played The Last of Us for a long time, and I played it competitively in terms of like, you know, casual competitiveness, right? I didn't really play competitive like in terms of like with a clan, but I played with my roommates. And so playing with my roommates was awesome. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't create a clan and play in tournaments. But in Blacklight Retribution, I definitely did. And so seeing that, you know, just playing BLR for months on end, and then all of a sudden it's stopping is what I think was the most interesting part of 2016 for me. I was playing a game every single day, and then I realized, whoa, I've been playing this game every single day, and there were other games that came out. And it was weird because I wasn't a huge online gamer, so then I started playing games like Paragon, more online games basically. I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which came out in 2016.
It did.
Yeah. I played that. I played a lot with Ballistic Phoenix online.
Oh, we ended 2015, really. So like November 2015.
Yeah, so I played it a lot. Probably I don't know if I got it when it was on sale or not, but I played it then. But yeah, no, I played it a lot in 2016. But yeah, BLR just kind of started to die off a little bit. And I was in and out of different games. Like I said, played a lot of Paragon. I guess I was playing single player games at the time. I don't really remember. I think I was just kind of in and out of my job, playing different games, demos, whatever. And then I got Overwatch, and that was kind of my next deep dive into a game, was Overwatch. And I didn't play it nearly as long as I played Blacklight. Blacklight I played, forever, and I had a real clan, and I played a ton, and I realized that, I was pretty good at games, online games and online shooters to be exact. But Overwatch was a different game, and I played very casually with Peaches and a couple of their friends and some of my friends, and then I started to play competitive, as in like the actual competitive mode, ranked. Played a ton with Quincy, otherwise known as Fat Kid Baby Seat, and I also played a lot with Elizabeth Kate. So we played a ton.
You're playing your placement matches today, aren't you?
Probably going to play the placement matches for season 3. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I don't even really play it a lot right now. And kind of the last thing I wanted to really talk about is to kind of wrap up my segment for gaming in 2016 was that there were too many games.
Too many.
And when I say too many games, maybe not if you're like a college student or if you're in high school or middle school, but as a working person that wakes up at 6 o'clock and then goes out, well, you're supposed to wake up at 6 o'clock and then goes to work and then comes back at like 6 or 7 o'clock, usually 7, maybe sometimes, God forbid, even 8 o'clock. You go home, and for me, I've got a couple side hustles, so I'm doing something like this. I have the channel, and I just didn't have enough time to play all the games that I bought. And I'd always get really excited. The hype train was a really big thing for me. So I was doing hype train videos, talking about games I was really excited about, and I would just buy games, when they were on sale, full price. I didn't even get to them. And so for me, the way that I played games really had changed. And I'm really excited to look at 2017 and see how I tackle that. I've been beating games, as the winter starts to, we start to get into midwinter and things like that.
As we speak right now, there's like a foot of snow accumulating outside the window.
But yeah, no, it was pretty interesting. So 2016 overall, I liked the games that came out. I had a lot of fun. Overwatch, obviously, big deal for me. Titanfall 2, incredible game. Glad those games came out. A lot of indie games came out. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, started playing that obviously a ton. And there are more games that I haven't been able to play. And if you guys haven't seen that video, we have a games that we missed in 2016 and that we were really excited for and that we'll play in 2017. So I'm super excited about that. Hopefully, we'll be able to spend some time. So I'm excited to show you guys what's coming up in 2017. But Peaches, tell us tell us a little bit about your retrospective view on 2016 in gaming.
I had like a personal renaissance when it comes to gaming taste this past year.
Yeah, you did.
And I call it the year of the renaissance and pleasant surprises. So it felt like I thought 2016 was going to be a year of in-betweens in the sense that here's the big game, now I'm going to play this little thing until this bigger thing comes out. I'm going to play a little bit because everything else is going to come out. So it was also the year of Dark Souls for me. So it's when I found my love of Dark Souls. But of course that starts off with the games that I platinumed this year, which was first Game of Thrones, the Telltale game, which isn't that good.
I've heard great things. I'm joking.
And Bloodborne, I platinumed this year. So that was when I just needed more of my Dark Souls fix.
PS4 exclusive.
Yes, PS4 exclusive. And then I played Dark Souls 2. What was it called? Like the original sin or something like that.
Like the full edition.
The remastered, like everything is like 10 times harder, whatever. So as a first impressions to Dark Souls, it wasn't a good time, great time. It was more of a, here, now that you enjoyed this pillow, how would you like to snuggle with a brick wall? And I'm like, I guess I can get into that. Then Dark Souls 3 came out, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And I put way too many hours into that. I spent so much time helping people like do bosses. All right, so we covered that. We covered year of Dark Souls. The year of the multiplayer shooter. And this does carry into the year of pleasant surprises. I will say this, again, if you haven't played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, you need to because it's phenomenal and it's so good. Pleasantly surprised. All this hype around Overwatch, I could not have given less of a crap. I was like, I love these character designs, but I just don't care.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and I don't care. Same with Titanfall 2. I was like, great, this looks fun, but I don't care. And what happened with both those games? I became obsessed. Obsessed. competitive as hell. And
welcome.
oh yeah, and it's become this whole new lifestyle for me of now like having this like sense of community, and it's still a lot for my mental health too. Because when you're drawing in the darkness, staring at a screen for hours, and not playing video games but doing work, it's like, oh, it's great to hop online and have a bunch of people that are excited to see you, and then you win together. That's awesome. That just feels awesome. So
It's the best.
Overwatch consumed my life. Subscribing to multiple channels, checking the news every single day, following the Sombra hype, which was as toxic as you can get with Overwatch, following that Sombra hype.
I clocked out.
I'm so jealous. You were just like, oh, okay, it took me out. I was refreshing. I was getting so mad. And then there was also the years of surprising disappointments. Like Mafia 3, I thought was going to be it. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be it.
Fair.
But it wasn't it. But it wasn't shit. It was somewhere in the middle.
That was good. That was good.
But no, I really found my competitive streak, and my trophy hunting has like kind of lessened a little bit, but it kind of fluctuates. So before it used to be like trophies. Now it's like, hey, I really like this game. Let's try to platinum it. Not a, hey, this game sucks, but it's got a good trophy list. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not thirsty for platinums anymore, but it's more of a, oh, I love this so much. Let's just keep going and get that percentage up. So you're the multiplayer shooter, trophy hunting lessons, but still a problem. Found my competitive streak and Overwatch. Did I mention Overwatch? Because Overwatch. I'm getting back into Overwatch very slowly, but very tentatively, just because, again, there's so much to play. But this year definitely is going to I've really refined and discovered what I really liked in 2016. So we'll see how that carries over into the new release of 2017. But yeah. I'm just like with video games. With 2017, I'm cynically optimistic.
As always.
Gravity Rush 2, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. It's gonna
a lot of games. If you're interested in what games that we're playing coming up, 2017 most anticipated games, we've got a little bit of a list here on the channel.
How would you know when it comes out?
Well, it's already out, but if you missed it, you would have known by clicking the little notification symbol. It's a little bell right next to the subscribe button.
Awesome.
If you haven't subscribed,
missing our videos, by the way.
True, yeah, like Awesome, for example. Perfect example. Awesome. If Awesome had, notification squad up, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're part of the notification gear squad, then you'd know.
It's like the upper tier.
You'd know. Yeah, there's the gear squad and there's the notification gear squad. But yeah. No, I'm glad. I feel like we talked about a lot of good stuff. I'm excited for 2017, which we'll talk about a little bit probably next GearCast, which will be next week, same time, same place,
same channel.
I almost want to move the time just for you, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, Proud Noob.
Hello.
Welcome. Overcrotch. Quality stuff. I'm really glad that you guys are here watching GearCast. If you didn't hear, GearCast is changing a little bit. We've got a little bit of a time buffer here. So first thing I want to mention, 45-minute GearCast. It's going to be a live show, me and Peaches, every single week on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time it is right now, subtract 22 minutes, and that's the time that we'll start every single day. Every week on Saturday. It's not an everyday show. And then make sure, like Drugan said, get that notification squad up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get that notification squad. All right, cool. That's basically it. Every single time, we're going to have 3 different topics. We just went over our 2016 kind of a retrospective view of gaming for us separately. Good news is all of these topics will be split up, and they'll be put into separate videos on the channel with gameplay behind them. So I'm actually really excited for that. So instead of me working on tons of videos throughout the week, because I won't really be able to do that because of my schedule, I'm going to go ahead and take this, chop it up, put some gameplay behind it, and so you should get 3 separate videos throughout the week. But if you're here live, we get to kind of hang out with you guys. We'll talk about a topic, and then we'll go ahead, check, and talk to you guys on the chat.
The OG is dedicated. We'll watch this full video. For those who don't feel like it, you will begin.
Yeah. Oh, Drigger's got my dabs. I'm doing a little video here. But, okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Right, which is what?
I'm really excited. The 2 topics for today are reviews. And this topic right here is the review of Doom for the PlayStation 4. Now, I did not play Doom yet. I mean, I played the beta for the multiplayer, but there is a huge and probably, I mean, obviously the most important part of the game, the campaign, which is incredible. It's got like a whole bunch of Game of the Year nominations. One of the best shooters, got the best soundtrack for
I'm about
the
to put
Video
another
Awards.
accolade on that list.
Yeah.
It's the first GearCast full price game. It's the very first.
Really?
Really.
That's interesting.
Really, really. And I'll get into that with my lengthy review, which I'm pretty sure Drugan specifically requested a Doom review. So I'm doing this for you, mate. So, Doom. I'm spoiling this right now. It's a full price game. Like, whenever you see it, you just have to get it. This is like a must play. You need to have this in your library. You need to play it. It's a 75 gigabyte download, so please be aware. It's one of those games where the fault comes in an additive and not in the core experience. Because people look at the multiplayer, and we played the beta, and we were like, oh man, this isn't the best. It's too arcadey. It's too much like multiplayer Doom, like back in the day, whatever. Like, okay, fine, sure. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. It just wasn't our thing, and it's like not a lot of people were like into that sort of thing. And that's really the only fault I can find in there. I could try to nitpick and get all the bad stuff out of the way right now. There's a little bit of pop in. I mean, half a second, you're like, oh, there's that beautiful texture. And then you're in hell or you're in Mars with hell and demons everywhere. And you're like, oh, this game is gorgeous. It fades away the second you get into it. The gameplay is, the only way I can describe it is with one of the song titles, ripping and tearing through stuff. And it never stops being fun. I played on Ultra Violence, which is basically like hard, like sort of very hard mode or whatever, and I had an incredible time. There were a lot of frustrating moments, definitely, but kind of like with Titanfall, the difficulty comes from what weapons am I going to use, what enemies are on the map, how am I going to navigate it? Because when you look at the trailers and all the gameplay trailers, it's completely genuine with how you be playing the game, like ripping through demons, shooting demons, ripping demons in half, and taking a leg off of a demon, smacking other demons with it. Yeah, you will be doing all those things. But there's a lot of strategy to it in terms of, like, I think you will definitely have an amazing time with it. Assassin was just like, I'm not going to get the game because I need my story fix. And the way Drugan described it in our previous stream was, there is a story when you look for it, and the story is very good. There is a base story that you'll be following that's going to be pushing you from event to level to event to level. But the lore behind, through audio logs and stuff, is so engrossing, so engaging, and it's like, wow. I'm glad this stuff was pushed in the background because due to the nature of another tiny nitpick, the unskippable cutscenes, because I want to play these levels over and over and over and over again.
Not good.
But again, just like, because it's a nitpick and not a gripe, the cutscenes are really short, and there are only like 2 of them. Like, okay, this person is walking from one side of the screen to the other, and it's over. And you're like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. But you just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, but still the enemies keep challenging you, and then there's more placement. And the one big bad enemy that you thought was going to kick your butt, you'll be killing 4 of them at the same time by the end of the game.
Yeah.
I left the game, finished the campaign after, like, I think, like 15, 16 hours. But even then, I'm going back and trying to get all the collectibles because also they have a point to them. They're fun to find. They upgrade you a crap ton when you find them.
Worth it.
And also they give you extra content, like the original Doom levels. And in a patch that I didn't see until I installed it again, there's now an arcade mode. Go through every single one of the enemies again with different like pickups, unlocks, variants, like how you can use your weapons and stuff like that. There's like an awesome score attack mode. And I'm like, this has to be a permanent like state of my library. Like, it's just so good. And also there's the snap map, which the nature of Doom, since it was like the most installed piece of hardware that like higher than like Windows 96 back in its day. The software, yeah.
The Doom PC.
I know, right? I mean, you might as well have a PC just for Doom, like how much it demands. People make levels for Doom, still to this very day, for the original Doom. So they took that idea, made the snap maps, so make your own custom Doom maps, and they're co-op. Make like
Which is new.
So hop into thousands of levels, hundreds of them co-op, like all kinds of really cool experiences. Some joke levels, of course.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I'll see things like, I only made this level for the trophy, which I love. I'm like, I feel that. I'll play it for you. Overall, like, the more I think about it, the more happy it makes me.
Yeah.
Comparatively to like Mafia, where I'm like, oh, I'm having a good time, and then when you think about it, it just gets worse and worse and worse the price you want to pay is getting lower. But Doom, like, I got it for $60 when it came out, and it's probably like 50 or 40 right now. It's probably on sale a bunch because everyone wants to capitalize on the hype of how many awards it's getting.
Yeah.
Like, I'll quote IGN from a completely different game. Believe the hype. Believe the hype. Well, that was for the original Titanfall, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but believe the hype. Doom is phenomenal, and it's GearCast's first full price game.
All right.
So good.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Doom, worth the original price. I think for me, I'm excited for Doom for sure to finally jump into it. If you guys haven't seen it, it was one of my most missed, what was it? A top missed games. It was one of my top missed games of 2016. So I'm really excited to get it at some point. And I think what I'm most anticipating for the game is the story mode, being able to just jump through. Just beat everything that I would need to beat and be able to. I miss single player shooters. And one thing that we both I mentioned when I saw you play the arcade mode was the fact that the scoring thing reminded me of Bulletstorm.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
which is so much fun because the way I'm ripping and tearing through these games. Oh, when I think about the violence in this game, it's just so satisfying. Sorry. How you execute your enemies and how you combo, like the way you attack and like diversify your weapons and diversify your kills, just ups your score more and more. And I guess that's another reason why I love Bulletstorm so much.
Oh yeah,
I'm not going to be getting that like remaster, whatever, until it's like a Twinski or something.
Yeah,
just a Tubman.
Probably won't even.
But kicking people in the cactuses, roping them, and then like blowing them up with shotguns and then throwing a grenade on another place. It's great.
Yeah.
And Doom really capitalizes on that feeling.
Yeah, I'm excited because I won't need to play the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Which you don't need to. Which, by the way, the multiplayer trophies for your trophy hunters, get in, win a match, play a little, go until you're level 5, which will take you like 20 minutes, and you'll be out. Done.
Perfect.
Which is how you need to do it. Like Titanfall 2, which is primarily like multiplayer focused. I would say.
Definitely multiplayer focused.
All of its like 90% of its trophies are in the single player campaign. Yeah. I'm like, that is how you do it.
Yeah, that was quality. Yeah, I think because I want to play the multiplayer, I can just play the single player, play the arcade mode, play some of the co-op, and then jump right out of it because I'm not interested in getting another multiplayer game, which is kind of what we talked about. If you haven't seen it, you kind of missed it now, but you can go ahead and go back or watch the new video that will come out.
Go back in time.
Our 2016 retrospective view on gaming. I don't need another multiplayer shooter, but I definitely would like
single player one.
Yeah, I would love to go through a single player game and just be able to beat it and have a lot of fun with it.
It made me more angry at Wolfenstein. I was just like, how come I can't rip Nazis in half and rip their legs?
It's funny. I actually re-downloaded Wolfenstein to
Nazi legs. Do crossover?
So I did just get Wolfenstein. I re-downloaded Wolfenstein so I could kind of check it out.
Great game though.
Because I haven't beaten it because I kind of got bored of it. But I'd probably go ahead and jump back in and see how it was.
Did you know that Doom and Wolfenstein are in the same universe?
No.
Doom guy is a descendant of BJ Blazkowicz.
Really?
Really. That's canon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is not surprising that I think about it.
One of the RPGs, Wolfenstein, the Nazis summoned a demon from hell.
Interesting.
And sure enough, BJ Blazkowicz chops its arm off, chops its leg off, pushes it back and how it's like, your descendants will suffer, BJ Blazkowicz. And then his son was Commander Kid or whatever, and his son was BJ Blazkowicz III, which is Doom guy.
Games explained, guys. Games explained.
It's so good. It's so good.
Do you have any other last minute thoughts that you want to put into this review of?
Can we get the Doom soundtrack on Spotify? Because it's a phenomenal soundtrack.
You can't ask them.
Oh,
you gotta ask.
It is free and ad-free on YouTube, though. The whole thing.
There you go. That's for sure. You get YouTube Music, guys. YT Music, if you need it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. We've got a little bit of extra time, so we'll go ahead, check out the. Whoa! Drugan says Doom was $18 in Australia. That is a steal. That's surprising, especially because you live in Australia. Otherwise, that's good. That's good. Looks like people are talking about BL3 video. I hope you guys are talking about Blacklight 3 because we're going to talk about Blacklight 3 then.
Bullet Storm 3.
There's. The L, just
BLS.
BL. Black Ops 3. No, I don't know. What? Don't start this, Peaches. What?
Don't start this, Peaches. The weak-minded will die off.
No idea.
The Fools has
OST. I don't know. All right. Well, still glad that you guys are here. It's time for our final topic of the day.
Now, what is that?
Final topic of the day, and it is all about Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. This is the review of Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Now, I don't just kind of, I'm not nearly as good at just going off the top of the head. So I've got 3 things I want to talk to you guys about. Mm-hmm. The good things about the game, the bad things about the game, and the price at which I think you should buy this game.
Ooh,
this is interesting.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me and Peaches talked a bit about pricing for games, which is probably another podcast in itself. But I'm really excited because I really liked this game. It's funny because it was one of those games that I started playing and then I stopped playing because other games came out and I got busy. So I just kind of jumped into another game, which is interesting because usually, just kind of historically, when I jump out of a game, you won't see me come back to it. And if I do, I either really had to like it and it was multiplayer, or maybe I just finished it for some trophies or something.
Or it has a survival mode.
Yeah, or it has a survival mode. But granted, I beat all of Uncharted. You did, but I did not beat Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. I was in the middle, about the middle of it, and I just kind of stopped. But let's go ahead and jump into the goods about this game.
The goods.
The three good things about this game is RPG, RPG, RPG. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. But kind of.
Rocket propelled
grenade. But no, it is definitely, it's a role-playing game at its finest, but with a main character. And I really like that. For those that know me, though I like role-playing games like Skyrim or Oblivion, where I get to kind of craft my character, when there's a narrative of one character and I just get to follow them and I get to make choices for them, that makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel like I don't have to invest as much, but I get to watch what's going on. Like The Last of Us, for example.
That's interesting. Yeah.
The Last of Us, I wasn't able to necessarily make a ton of decisions, but I felt like I was able to watch this person's story while being involved. Infamous is the perfect game for that. I get to watch this character unfold while getting to choose which path they go down. So I like those kind of games.
The Witcher?
No, actually, I don't at all. That's a conversation for another time. But definitely, and that's a conversation for another time. But for Deus Ex, being able to make decisions is one of the it was the best thing ever. It was so incredible. In Deus Ex, you'd be surprised how many ways the game can go. And I always give this example. There's a time, basically, without spoiling too much, you're an augmented soldier, basically. Your name's Adam Jensen. It's the main character you play as. And you go towards a checkpoint. Now, I go through these, you're in a city, and I go through checkpoints all the time. And if I go through a checkpoint, sometimes a cop looks at my, wants to see my ID. I give him my ID. I'm part of a specific organization that lets me go through these checkpoints easily. But for some reason, this guy won't let me go through. And you guys are seeing Deus Ex footage if you guys are watching after the live stream. But this guy won't let me through. And he's like, oh, yeah, you can't get through. Sorry, this badge isn't going to let you. It's not going to cut it. And, obviously to me, I'm like, well, it should. So a nice little dialogue tree pops up, or a little dialogue circle thing, which Peaches saw, was very happy about, the fact that it shows exactly what I'm going to say. So I get to pick, I get to say, actually, no, this is going to work. There's something wrong here and you're faking this. Or, okay, sure, tell me more. What do I have to do to get through? Or some other, options. So I chose the first time I played through. I said, "Oh yeah, not a problem. What do I have to do?" Because I don't want to mess with things too much. I don't want to, I just kind of want to understand what's going on.
I would have made a scene.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. So basically, he's like, "Oh, go see my boy in this specific district, and we'll get you the right papers." I'm like, "Okay, this is a scam, but why don't we go ahead and follow through?" So I go over to the guy, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, like 700,000 or something like that for a pass." And I'm like, "Well, that's insane and not even possible for me to get in this game." So I get to either persuade him to lower the price, which you can do, or I can kill him or something. Granted, he doesn't have the passes on him, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Or I can walk away or have a different conversation. So I just kind of walked away, and then I found some real cops on the street, and I started talking to them, and out of nowhere, this one woman starts mentioning how she's upset that she knows that there are dirty cops here. So at some point, basically, I talk to the right people, say the right things, and there's not a revolution, but there's a revolt with the real cops versus the fake cops. and
wow.
they wiped each other out. The good cops still around, but the bad cops, they lost. And I actually helped them fight the bad cops, or the they're not real cops, or the dirty cops, or whatever. And I just walked right through. Now, the second time I played through this mission, instead, I talked to the guy. I said, okay, what do I need to do? He says, go to my boy and get the passes. I go to the guy and I kill him. Then I go past him into this, enemy-ridden area. I kill all of them, and then I go up to where the woman who is, I go up to the person who's forging these passes, who's making these fake passes, and it goes into a completely different area. Now I'm not going to spoil anything from there, but this mission could have gone 5, 6, 7 different ways. I could have just killed the fake cop in the very beginning and just walked right through. I mean, I'd have to kill all the rest of the cops, or I could have, sniped him or something and no one would have known. But there are so many ways to deal with it, and that's through the entire game. There are so many decisions that you can make.
This was just a checkpoint.
This was not a side mission. This was a random checkpoint. Now, it can become a side mission and then become something even greater and later, but it was so incredible the way that the game was shaped that you really do feel like you have some true freedom in this game. But it's still linear enough for me to be able to get through it, comparatively to a game like The Witcher, where it's just so open and I'm just doing side missions for 28 hours and, But in this game, I just felt like it was manageable and the decisions were super impactful. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention, one of the best things about the game. The second thing that I want to mention is still a hardcore RPG element, stat building. Now, it's not a ton of stat building, but it's really about customization. You can customize Adam to play however you want. You can make Adam a huge, crazy tank that just kind of runs out, doesn't take any damage, and just starts shooting people up. You can make him a super secret, spy agent assassin dude. You can completely circumvent everyone by tagging them all, making sure their different positions, and go super stealthy and invisible and just kind of go through vents and kind of get through the game. There are so many different ways. You can be a ultra hacker who hacks everything and gets through doors that way, or you can just punch holes through walls. It's incredible. I mean, there's so many ways to play. And then another thing that was pretty cool was that they added that kind of that kind of customization element to the guns, which they had not done previously. Ooh. So you can take 2 non-lethal weapons, which is a stun gun and a tranquilizer rifle, and those are your main, non-lethal weapons.
I thought about to say you could stick them together.
Yeah, they make a stun tranquilizing rifle pistol, or you can go ahead, and you can go ahead and buy or steal or whatever other more lethal guns, like a normal pistol, silence it, and give it EMP ammo.
Oh, wow.
So I actually have every weapon in the game customized so it has a silencer, so it has a scope on it, and none of them are lethal, which is incredible. That's completely different.
And it took me like 30 hours of Metal Gear Solid 5 to have all the really nice non-lethal stuff. Yeah, so it's really cool to be able to just kind of customize how you want to play the game. Money is easy to come by just stealing people's stuff and selling it. It's so much fun. Actually, decisions, another thing I want to mention about decisions really quickly is in the very beginning of the game, there's a vendor, and he's not very nice. Actually, the very beginning of the game, I basically knocked him and all of his guards out, stole all of his stuff, but I still needed him as a vendor, and later on in the game I realized that he was going to be knocked out for the rest of the game. But he actually is not. Just fun fact, there's 3 world states that the game changes in, so if you knock somebody out in the beginning, they'll wake up in the second or third world state. Right. But anyway, that was another thing that I really liked, being able to customize my character. I'm actually playing a New Game Plus version of the game right now. Wow. To unlock everything else that Adam Jensen can unlock. Yeah. I really, really love this game. The last thing that I want to mention is the story. Again, a staple of RPGs. It was just a really great story, especially if you played Deus Ex Human Revolution, and ridiculously, if you played any of the other Deus Exes, the old ones, or even the ones that were like on mobile. There's just so much story involved, and you don't really have to go through it if you don't want to. I mean, you can it's definitely story. Like, don't play the game for gameplay alone. Play it for story 100%. But you don't have to dive as deep into it as I did. I listened to every single thing Adam had to say. I did all the side missions. I literally did all the side missions, and it just felt really great. I actually don't really want to talk about any of the story because it will give things away. But you like it.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
And by the end, you know, it was one of those things where I feel like I really have a great understanding of this world. So I don't want to say anything because I don't want to.
And you said they
it.
recapped the first game anyway, right?
Yes, you definitely do not have to play Human Revolution. If you are on PC, I would recommend buying, which extremely low price, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. It's incredible. It's really cheap, and you can usually put a mod on it to kind of make it look, you know, HD, even more HD than it is. So pretty cool stuff. So I would definitely recommend playing those games. But Mankind Divided, incredible game. Now, really quickly, the 3 bad things about the game. Number 1 is the graphics. The graphics weren't as good as I thought they would be. Now I did also talk to you about this. The engine is new. Right. And again, without spoiling, it's highly possible there will be a second game, and if you beat this, or a third game, I should say, if you beat this game, you'll understand why I'm saying that. It's possible that there isn't, but it's highly possible that there could be. But no, it's one of those things where I think it's because this new engine, the Dawn engine, I just don't think they had enough time with it. So I don't think the graphics are really up to where they need to be. Now, I was playing, it wasn't polished. Now, I was playing on a PS4 Pro. So while I was playing on 4K at some points, which looked gorgeous, when I was playing in 1080p, it just wasn't mind-boggling comparatively to a game like you know, Uncharted 4. Or a game that is made for the PlayStation 4 only, right? Sure. So when they polish the Dawn engine, I think that the graphics will look a little bit better. But I wasn't like blown away by it. All of the cool technical kind of graphical stuff, like God Rays and you know, volumetric lighting and all that stuff, yeah, it looked pretty cool. But I think it would have looked, you know, I think hopefully the next game, if it's still in the Dawn engine, which I can't imagine it wouldn't be, I think it will look better. But definitely not a terrible thing, not a reason to shy away from the game. Sure. The only thing that might actually make you shy away from the game is the gameplay. The gameplay is kind of like Fallout 3. Fallout 3, everybody knows. If you don't know, you're confusing. Fallout 3 is not a good shooter. Fallout 3 is a great game, but it's not a great shooter.
RPG first and foremost.
Yeah, you don't go around shooting things and having tons of fun. But yeah, the RPG elements are so good. Yes. And that's why I love Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, or Human Revolution. The RPG elements are what's so good about it. Now, it's not as open as Fallout 3, for example. It's definitely a little bit more linear, but it's just that story is so incredible, and the choices and the directions that you're able to take, that was my favorite part by far. So don't get this game for gameplay alone. The gameplay isn't terrible by any means, but it's super cover-based. You know, you press L1 to get behind a thing, and then you look over somewhere and you press X, and you'll just move over to another spot, and it's very tactical. So don't get it thinking it's a first-person shooter. And, you know, you're going to start shooting people up. You can, but it's not nearly as fun as you might think it is. But it's not terrible, though. It's not terrible in any way, shape, or form. The last thing that was bad about it, that isn't bad really anymore, but definitely was the original pricing model. It was a $60 game. Okay. Which at its core, I really think was fine. But then they were like, hey, you know, pre-order to get these packs. And then they were like, oh, just kidding, pre-order to get a whole bunch of stuff. And then they were like, also there's microtransactions, which, like, who cares if there's microtransactions? There is a like weird multiplayer thing that I haven't played yet. It's like a trials kind of thing. So it's like asymmetric. It's not like, you know, you versus another person. It's just like a time trial kind of thing. But you can buy microtransactions for the story. And I haven't seen a game where you buy microtransactions for a story in a long time.
I think. Like the new Tomb Raider games, pretty sure.
I don't know. I haven't played. I don't know.
Another Square Enix published game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. But like, you can buy their Praxis kits or Praxis points, which is what upgrades Jensen, and you can buy kits. You can just buy all the Praxis points, which is insane to me. And you can just buy weapons and stuff, which is weird. It's not even worth it. Like, that was the weirdest things.
It's not even worth it.
No, like, at all. So I thought it was pretty weird. I mean, I guess you could just buy them just to speed up your gameplay, which is fair enough. But I just thought it was weird. Again, not a huge issue though. Not an issue. Okay. So, you know, overall, I think the good far outweighs the bad. And the final thing I have to talk about is the price. Buy the game. Would I say it's worth the full price? I guess this is the second one. Sure. Full price. But the thing is that it's probably the full price is probably not $60 at this point. Same thing with Doom. The full price is probably $50, $40. If it's ever on sale, just buy it.
Okay.
Or if you're not ready to buy the game, and I would say the same thing with Doom, just wait until the Game of the Year edition comes out with all the DLC. I don't know about Doom and its DLC plans. I know it has a pretty incredible DLC plan, but I don't know what it looks like right now.
It's like mostly multiplayer stuff too.
Yeah, but for Deus Ex, there I believe are 2 more story expansions. I actually think I'm going to sell my game. That way, when it comes out in the Game of the Year edition and it drops to $30, I'll just rebuy it digitally and then just play through the story DLC. I may keep it, but I don't feel like buying the DLC and I don't have the season pass or anything like that. So, but that's what I would recommend. Buy the game if you're ready to play it. If you're not ready to play it, wait for the Game of the Year edition. And that is my review of Deus Ex. Mankind Divided. Any questions?
First 2 full price reviews. Yeah. And the first reviews of 2017. Jugan, you will get your Doom review. You will get it. I promise you will.
For me? You just got it.
Huh? Oh, no, I mean like the full, like awesome, like video, like me, like discussing it, the voiceover, me writing crap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, now you get it. Yeah.
Oh. So I guess that was like a mini review.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, take a look out for Peaches for a real review of Doom. And that was my review of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Now, all of these videos will be chopped up, as I mentioned before. For those who have recently come on, I see some people in here. King Leo, Assassin, what's good? I'm glad you joined. Proud Noob, I mentioned you already. Oh, you ready for that cooking live stream? We can do another one if you're down. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys are. Yeah,
I'd like to see some breaded apples.
Oh, you didn't like them? You didn't like the breaded apples?
No, I like them.
You said yikes.
Huh? Yeah, yikes for in terms of a stream.
You didn't like them?
Because that would be very obvious.
Peaches doesn't like my food, guys.
Oh, I liked it just fine.
That's messed up.
Clearly, I fought for like that last one.
Killer PT21, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. This is the end of the stream. Now we're going to chat a little bit until 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is when the stream ends. Yeah, no, I just kind of wanted to chat a little bit with you guys and talk to you about kind of what is going on with GearCast. I had already mentioned this in the beginning of the stream, but I'll mention it again. Every Saturday at 1 p.m., myself and Vampire Peaches will be here to talk to you guys about 3 major topics. Now, before we talk about the 3 major topics, we'll talk a little bit about just kind of what's going on. You know, maybe some game news, maybe what's coming out the upcoming week, what we've been doing, how our day's been going, that kind of stuff. We'll talk to you guys in the chat. That way we can just kind of hang out or whatever. But it should be good. We'll just kind of hang out and just talk and whatever. 15 minutes. And then the rest of the time, 30 minutes, will be segmented into 3 different parts. So, you know, about 10 minutes each. And we'll basically talk about 3 different subjects. Today, we talked about our retrospective views for gaming for 2016.
Yes.
So kind of how 2016 was for us. Yes. Talked about a lot of things. Blacklight Retribution, kind of how I started playing different multiplayer games and how I got really engrossed into a couple different games. Peaches, same thing. And if you guys are interested in seeing that, all of these videos, we had 2 more videos. Those were 2 reviews, a review of Doom and a mini review of Doom and a review of Deus Ex Mankind Divided for the PlayStation 4 Pro. If you guys are interested in seeing those videos, I will chop them up and put gameplay behind them. That way you guys can go ahead and check them out on your own time. Or if you missed them, you don't have to go back into this huge live stream. This live stream will be up though. So if you're interested in watching the live stream, go ahead. You know, I mean, go for it. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But every single Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time it is for you right now, subtract 52 minutes, and that's what's our 53 minutes probably by the time you guys are actually, by the time everything catches up. But subtract 57 minutes, and that's the time that we'll be here on Saturday. Now, we might change the time later because I know, Drugan, I don't want you to have to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day.
But it's still why you're our favorite subscriber.
Oh, it's true. Assassin, you done messed up. You remember. Actually, I don't remember.
I don't remember at all.
Well, you weren't there. You weren't there. But it was something about Trove.
What did you do?
You did something, Assassin.
What did you do?
But I don't remember anymore, so I guess it's fine. Awesome! Oh my
God!
Wow!
Third time in a row.
Yeah. Oh my God! Anyway, oh my God. Late. All right, guys. I'm glad you guys showed up. I'm glad a lot of you guys are here. The reason that we're going to stream, since you're here, Assassin. I mean, awesome. And Assassin. But awesome. And everybody else here, notifications.
Turn them on.
If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let us know in the comment section after the video ends. But if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't gotten notifications, right next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. Click it. You'll get a notification the second we start streaming, the second we post up a video, the second anything happens on this channel, you'll get a notification. And I don't post that often, so don't worry about getting spammed or anything like that. But make sure you click that button so you know. But every single Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Central, I believe you may be in Central, awesome, we'll be streaming. So be ready for it. Put it in your calendar. I got it in my calendar. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Share this video as well. Share all the videos. Share them all. We're at, I believe right now, 835 subs. And we've kind of been hovering there for a while. So it's up to you guys to kind of help me out a little bit and share. Obviously, I'll do my part, keep making the videos. And there will be a couple new things I'm going to try to get more people involved. But I'm super excited to keep doing what we're doing. I hope you guys are excited. This is the end of the stream, my friends. I'll see you online, probably streaming Uncharted 4's new survival mode.
Next time we're going to lie to Austin. The second he hops in, even if it's on time, he's going to be like, and that was the stream.
Yeah. If you hop in at the very beginning, we're like, thanks, guys, for joining. I'm going to be like, hey, guys, Chaingear here, and that's the end of the stream. But, no, yeah, I'm glad you guys are on. We'll see you guys, like I said, probably playing Uncharted 4's new survival mode, maybe playing some other games as well. That's basically it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.